Spot me G.
Spot me G. Spot me G.
Spot me G.
Spot me G.
Spot me G.
Oh, selector, 3-point collector.
Man rehearsed, you know.
Collector, you know.
Man rehearsed it behind closed doors, you know. Wagwan. Man did a private group chat, you know. What's going on, like? Man did a private group chat, you know.
Nah, you know what? Nah, I can't lie. I have no shame with that one because that was too funny. I know Arsenal are dead, yeah, but big up SAEED, man. 2 weeks in a row, yeah. His streams, his watching have banged.
Beautiful.
Have absolutely banged. But big up everyone here already. There's already 500 people here, man. Come on, hit the like button, get it up to 500, get it up to 1,000. We're gonna get into it. And to be honest, you know, there's a bigger game to talk about. There's a bigger L to talk about this week than Man United, and we're going to just get straight into it. I think Big Steve deserves the first say of the week. You know, he's been slowly building up to this moment, and I think Man City are slowly but surely running away with it, Steve.
Drink some water, man.
Listen, what can I say? I kept quiet. I've chipped around the outside. I've skirted around it. I've always backed my team. Never doubted them. SAEED, what are you saying now?
Talk to GRIZZ, man. This is Liverpool here, man.
We'll talk about Liverpool in a minute. But what I'm saying is, listen, you know, you've been spouting off, talking shit, Stockport Steve, top of the league, looking down on people, all that nonsense. Yeah. When are you finally going to admit it? Yeah. When are you finally going to sit there, forget all the nonsense, forget all the bullshit, and finally admit that Manchester is blue? And we are fucking miles better than
it's over.
Innit?
It's over, man.
And listen,
have you won the league? Have you won the league?
No, it's not. We haven't won the league.
There you go, then.
You what? You wouldn't swap. I wouldn't swap where you are now for where I am. Put it that way.
Of course.
Innit? Listen, you know what your problem is with your guys? You're all on your little channels. You're all stuck in your 1999 treble-winning bubble, talking absolute nonsense, yeah? And in your own little world, the Man United world, you believe your own hype, but everyone else outside the bubble is pissing themselves, laughing at you, thinking, look at these men in here talking pure shit, thinking United's going to win the league. There's only you lot believe it. Even all these 12-year-olds in the comments don't believe it, man.
They believe it, man. They're the biggest believers. They believe it.
No, listen, Anfield, it's been a bad ground for us. I've been there many a time, come out of that away end, walked through that park and thought, fucking hell, I'm never going to win here. Anelka last time, 2003. I've got to give credit to my manager, Pep. I've got to give credit to all the boys that have stepped up, you know, no De Bruyne, no Aguero. And they did exactly what I thought it was going to do. We didn't try and overforce it. People saying to me, oh, the first half was boring and that. Well, it was because both teams were tactically just sussing each other out for me. They were both weighing it up, seeing who was going to make the first move. And to be honest, the penalty miss, we could have dropped our heads. We could have thought, fucking hell, the Anfield who's got us again here. We've missed a penalty, we're going to get done, but we didn't. And then you've got to give credit to the manager because sometimes Pep's that stubborn. He doesn't change anything, but he did. He changed the formation. And then Foden, he looked a bit lost in the false nine in the first half. Pep said it. He has to play at a certain rhythm in that position and he gets a bit excited and he comes a bit too deep and it just wasn't happening. And then you put him out wide in that second half and, you know, we all know what happened. It clicked into gear. You've got to look at Gundogan. Gundogan just doesn't even look like Gundogan. He looks like a totally different animal. You've got to look at Phil Foden, for 20-year-old kid, ball boy at Manchester City, loves Manchester City, Stockport Iniesta. They go on from Stockport. Stockport's half a mile from the stadium. I'd rather be from Stockport than China or Singapore, wherever this lot mob are. He can't get a ticket at Old Trafford because the guys from Singapore are on the day trip doing the Trafford Centre and all going.
I've got a season ticket, mate. I've got a season ticket. I've got a season ticket.
You that. Someone must have given you that.
I've got a season ticket.
And your house must be bouncing now. All the blues in your gaff will be bouncing, whistling Blue Moon when they go into the shower.
I've got a season ticket.
With it.
So your point's irrelevant. Your point's irrelevant.
Steve,
your point's irrelevant.
Is Foden generational, or is it too early to say?
Well, listen, me and Toby knows this, right? For a good couple of years, people were saying to me, Phil Foden, he needs to go alone. Guardiola's ruining him. I'm going, he's not ruining him. Trust me. If people like Toby had his way, he'd have been on loan at Newcastle learning off John Joe Shelvey. Instead, he stayed at City and he's working with David Silva, Kevin De Bruyne and all the boys. And look at him now. He's just slotted in and he looks like a natural progression for him. He's come in the team. One of the best teams in Europe, by the way. He's in it, the first team. And he's making the place his own. And it's a joy for me to watch that kid because every time he speaks in an interview, he's always about the club, how they've looked after him. He's a City fan. He loves it. And then he's done a story today. When Aguero scored that goal, he was behind the net with the fans. He jumped on the pitch, ran around the pitch like a lunatic with his City shirt on. Now he's playing with them. That is like, it's unbelievable stuff. You know what I mean? And to see him cut in on his left foot and smash that at Anfield, top bins, unbelievable. All the City fans right now, you know, we're back up there. Beginning of the season, there's a few flatheads. Everyone was messaging, I don't think we're going to do it and all that. And listen, we're gas right now. We're top of the league. We're 10 points ahead of Liverpool. 4 or 5 weeks ago, I was up here praising Liverpool, saying, look, they look unstoppable. I think they did Palace 7, was it? Something like that. Yeah. I thought, I can't see past it. I've praised Liverpool and I've praised United. But today shows about Manchester City. People have got to praise us for what we've done. We've had injuries, but we've stuck at it. The players are raising to the game. I actually really enjoyed the match. I thought, I'm not buying all this bullshit about Liverpool being finished and all that. Yeah, they've had injuries, but you know yourself, they're a dangerous team. They're a dangerous team. The one thing I will say about Liverpool, I think Thiago has not turned up there. I know there's a lot to pick him up, and we know he's a good player, but there's something, whether he needs someone in there to complement him, I don't know, but it just doesn't seem to be ticking. And I think the manager looks a little bit rattled to me. Not rattled because he's getting beat. I just think something's niggling him. I've seen him snapping at mad journalists and stuff. It just doesn't look him, you know what I mean? I'm thinking, what's going on here? So whether there's a deep-rooted problem, I don't know. But look, I'm not going to swap where we are. We've done everything we can possibly do. We're top of the league. We've got a good lead. We've just got to keep going now, keep that momentum, and get this title in the bag. Be title number 5. So happy days for me.
Back off Liverpool. Grizz, what's happening, man?
Nothing, man. I just had to sit back, fold my arms, and listen because they deserved my utmost respect. I mean, Steve's been very respectful of his analysis of the game. And to be honest with you, I kind of agree with everything. I'm not trying to, you know, I'm here for the smoke from the other brothers, but from Steve, I have to take it. I don't think it was a 4-1 game, but obviously we'll touch on, you know, apart from the Ellison where he had an absolute, his brain just went 4 or 5 minutes. But I thought it was a fantastic. A lot of people were texting me as well. So how boring is dead is this? But I think we kind of predicted it, didn't we, Steve? In our preview show we done, we said it's going to be very tactical. We didn't have the confidence or the quality at the moment in our play to go gung-ho at them in that first 45 minutes. We just didn't. They didn't have the confidence of Anfield and playing their natural door because they set off, but sort of just waited for each other to suss each other out, playing where, out, and how they're playing. I thought it was a very, very good tactical game. I never felt in control of that game. So even though they missed the penalty and then it was 1-0, because at 1-0 at 70 minutes, we were in the game, but I never felt comfortable in the game. But look, from our point of view, it's just systematic of the way things are going. We had 3 players missing on Wednesday. They were brought back. I believe 2 of them were rushed back, from what I've heard, because of the fact that it was Man City. We had no choice. If it was any other team, I don't think Mane and Alisson were going to be rushed back for this game. But credit to Man City. I thought at halftime it was very even. You know, it was very touch and go. You know, they were playing with a false 9, but I thought Pep made the massive and the huge. All credit goes to Pep Guardiola. I'm a massive fan of Pep Guardiola, but for the gas, I've been on his case last few seasons in terms of he's lost it. He's lost the passion. He's losing it. But at halftime, when he made that change, Steve, to 4-4-2, and he pushed up Gundogan next to, was it Foden? And you went kind of 4-4-2 with 2 up front. That was the turning point. That was the game changer. Klopp, I agree with Steve. Klopp wasn't reactive enough, proactive enough, didn't make any change. The change he did made was it wasn't negative because he brought on Shaqiri, but then he brought on Milner to balance it up. So you could tell his mind's not the usual balls out Klopp, the brave Klopp, what we know. So it's affecting him as well, and it does. Every manager has a dip. Ask Pep Guardiola last season, losing 9 games in a season, unheard of for a club like Man City. But shit happens. Man United in the past, Chelsea, Mourinho in the past, losing it for parts of the season. It happens to great coaches, and it's happening to Klopp now. Anyone who says otherwise is being deluded. But it's not the end of Liverpool, as I said to Steve. All this media narrative is bollocks, man. We have to reset. There's absolutely no doubt. We've had 3 seasons of Champions League final, Champions League win, title win, 97 points. That's pretty mad, lads. And now we need a reset. Everything's come on top of us. We're not looking good. Credit to Man City. I look, to be fair to me, I said Man City have got this 6 weeks ago. I said it, Man City for the title. And I think most of you know that. And I've said it on my shows as well. Man City this league. I said at the end of January, February, they'll have an 8-point lead. They've got exactly that over Man. To Man City, we've talked about Liverpool's problems and issues. I just want to say Foden is generational talent, right? But I always knew Gundogan was good, but I needed to see myself how good. And yesterday, he controlled that game from start to end. And it could have lost his head after missing the penalty, but I thought he's magnificent. Well done, City, man.
Spud
me, G.
I predicted 3-1. So when that last goal went in, I thought, credit to him. It was a beautiful goal anyway. I could have done with the points in the league, but it is what it is. Mo says inches away on the offside goal and a missed penalty away from a 1-6 scoreline. The score flattered Liverpool, if anything. And you know one thing I gotta say is because I understand where the argument lies in terms of Liverpool, 1 league, 1 Champions League, in comparison to other mini eras in the Premier League, with Chelsea, with Pep even at City, doubling up on titles and whatnot. But you lot essentially had a title-winning season in 18-19, obviously pipped to it by City. But your performance that season, you've essentially had 2 seasons in a row where you've been performing.
People don't look at that, Turkish. People don't look at that. That's the problem. In this world, in this day and age, social media, it's all about, people don't look at context. People don't have rationale. People just look at, have you got a title to your name? X or Y. That's it. It's butt naked like that. You know what I'm saying? But 97 points, I think I'm right in, that would smash a title in any other season. And it was only City's magnificent 17-game run that ended it. And let's not forget, we were a millimeter away from winning the double, the Champions League and League, because that City, do you remember that ball over the line, Steve, where, the ball was just a millimeter, away from going over the line? But no one cares about that. Everyone talks about, you got Roy Keane. Look, Roy Keane's blockbuster. Roy Keane's doing a job for Sky, and he's smashing it. What he's saying is getting the people involved and Sky getting them revenue from it, and he's all well entitled to. But he's talking shit when 6 weeks ago he was praising this Liverpool team and saying it's magnificent, it's champions. That's like too much of a flip-flop to 6 weeks later saying they've got the wrong attitude. They haven't got the wrong attitude. We're out on our feet, and it needs a reset. You know what I mean? So here's what it is. Look, this time last season, City were 25 points behind Liverpool, and it was said because Laporte, and they need a reset. Fine. Flip 12 months later, we're 10 points behind City with 7-8 injuries, but everyone's saying, oh, no, there's no excuse. Come on, man, fuck's sake. Of course there's an excuse. But,
the thing is what I think as well, to be honest as well, right? I look at that Liverpool team, and a lot of that backup squad and a lot of them players that he brings off the bench shouldn't be anywhere near that fucking team for me. That's
where ownership comes into play.
I said that last week, didn't I?
You did.
I look at them and I think, your first 11, when they're all fit, frightens me to fucking death. The next 11 after that, I'm not asked about. And that's what happened with City. We were getting like that. We were looking at players like Otamendi and that coming in and people, and we were thinking, hold on a minute, if we get a few injuries here, we were a bit short. And it's all right.
Completely.
We signed Nathan Ake, and people were going, oh, you spent 45 million on Nathan Ake. Hold on a minute. He's a good, dependable, he's not outstanding, he's a good, dependable backup player. So if any of our players get injured, he's got Premier League experience, he can slot right in. bit like what Stones has done this year. And if Aki slots in that team and makes it his own, he makes it his own. Any player in that City squad now is going to look at that team and go, you know what, I've got a chance because John Stones has proved everybody wrong. He's just
100%.
chiseled out best centre half we've got and made it his own. And that's what I think Liverpool need a reset next year. They need to get the deadwood out of the club. They need to get some young, hungry players as backup who can think, you know what, Salah's not having a good game here. If I get a chance here, I'm going to dislodge him. That's the hunger and the drive.
Can they replace some players?
Steve, what you've said is I've been banging on this drum. I've only known you probably about 6 months, I think. But before that, I've been saying this for the last 4 or 5 windows that we haven't done enough. Every team improves when they're at the best. Yeah, and this is not a Klopp thing. You have to keep pushing because in this day and age, every club can get taken over by an oligarch or whatever, pump money in, and you're caught up again. So you got to keep your distance. We didn't do that. It is a blame attached to Klopp because Klopp believes in a small, tight-knit squad, and it's worked him wonders for 3 seasons. But Klopp every season has learned from his mistakes, etc., etc. I've got total confidence he will learn that you need a bigger squad. As you said, we've got probably best 14 compared to anyone. I'd say 14. I know you said 11, but I'd say 14. After that, they're dog shit. They're not Liverpool standard. They're not the standard that we're looking to play. They're absolute dog shit. And anyone saying no, they can do, no, they're not. They're not. And it's been proven so. It's not even the backups because man's like Jota was supposed to be our backup, but it's the backup to the backups like Origi. Like, you know what I mean? I'm telling you, I'd take humans over Origi. That's the state we're in, man. It's mental, but hopefully we learn. Hopefully he gets the backing.
He's still living off that Champions League goal, man. You know what I mean? Origi.
Yeah.
Grizz, I feel like fair enough, injuries have hurt you, and I feel like some of these backup players have not been good enough. But I don't think that, like Naby Keita, for instance, there was big promise on Naby that he was going to deliver in and out of injury. Thiago, big promise that he was going to settle into this team. First he was injured, and now he's coming. He's not had the impact. Diogo Jota, he set the world alight and he was out for 2 months. I get your point that some of these players need to, some of the backup players need to be upgraded. But fundamentally, some of your first team players have been poor this season. Trent Alexander-Arnold has been getting battered left, right, and center. He's been moving like a stripper all season. Sadio Mane, the levels that we've seen from him this season, nowhere near his best. Even Mo Salah's trying his best, to be honest, but we've even seen some of his performances dip. Firmino, I can't remember the last time this guy strung even 5 or 6 games straight of consistent form, not just scoring, but
scored on the weekend though.
But influencing again. So like what I'm saying is, yes, injuries have played a part. Yes, some of the squad depth needs to improve because some of these players are too injury prone or they're just not good enough. But fundamentally, I think some of your better players have just not performed in recent months.
You make fair points. Sorry, Sakish.
No, I just got to laugh because obviously we've got a couple of super chats here, but I think it must be a United fan because the way the super chats are sounding, it's a bit mad. But weak mentality with Man City and 1 injury last year and this and that. I'll just quickly say that without company, losing that caliber and sort of a person, let alone player in the dressing room, it's a massive overhaul in itself. So to bounce back within a year, in my opinion, is strong. Sorry, Steve, go on, because I know you're going to go in.
It wasn't good enough. We didn't bottle it. We wasn't good enough with the best team on the title. They ran away with it. But the 2 years before that, when they're saying you've got a weak mentality, one, we got 100 points, which has never been done in the history of football. And then he said, oh, you got to win back-to-back titles. So then the season after, we go and win a back-to-back title, and then we win every single domestic trophy. That's never been done in English football. So whoever that is talking absolute shit in the chat about mentality, he needs to go and put his treble 99 DVD on and start spudding him in the top corner.
I agree, and same thing, and same people that talking about
rattled by United fans, man. Just relax, man.
No, but
You know what I mean?
What I just quickly finish on the Liverpool chat from my side anyway, and the people that are talking about us bottling it, I swear, you mans know me. I call myself the self-proclaimed football man, right? I'm telling you, we had every man, like you just talked about Vincent Kompany being the major don of City. I'm talking about, and I'm not going to repeat the name we've had out, but if we got a fully fit squad, or even like just say 1 or 2 injuries, and we were in the position, then I would absolutely every criticism, butlers and attitude job. It's not that. Anyone who watches Liverpool can see they're worn out. TOBS made some point. I don't agree with many of them. I agree with the terms of the actual facts of what he said. But there's content behind that. Obviously, or he's not seeing the content. Why these people are performing or why they're tired. But I have to, Mo Salah, okay, no problem, but he's still top scorer. Mane has had a bad season. I'm not going to suddenly throws my hat out the game mad. These mans are of my life.
Grizz, and your connection's moving like your home phone.
Just as bad as Liverpool right now, Grizz.
It's all mad.
Don't say that, man.
It's all mad. It's moving like Anfield in there.
What I want to ask Grizz is,
is it still gone? Am I here?
Yeah, you're here now.
What
I want to ask you, Grizz, that Jordan Henderson Fabinho in the Champions League, I think you need to get your 2 centre backs back in there and put Henderson where he does kind of what he does best, Fabinho where he does best. Because for me, Champions League, RB Leipzig, they'll absolutely run strings around them. You got that?
Well, yeah, you got flying through right now.
Yeah, you need to come in and out, mate.
Yeah, Grizz, it's all mad.
It's all mad in the dolly around there.
Let me come out.
Yeah, come back in.
Yeah, we got another one here saying I'm Arsenal. Sorry, bro. I asked, do you think? Okay, just throwing it out there.
Oh, right.
Steve. Imagine. Lucky I read the thing before I say it as well. Steve reads
Yo, Bob Marley doesn't like you, Steve. What's going on, man? Bob Marley. Do you like Bob Marley?
Bob Marley. We chase.
Like Calma.
Steve, what's your thoughts on this one? For City to be mentioned in the same conversation as Liverpool and United, they need to have European success.
Because if we won the European Cup, they'd say, if you can't be mentioned in the same success as Man United because you haven't won back-to-back titles. So every single thing you do, there's always some idiot that comes out with some bullshit that you've got to do again. At the end of the day, all them teams, people, fans would swap where we are, and that's it. So I'm top of the league with the points, sat here, happy as a pig in shit, and you lot are talking shit in the comments at the end of the day.
Don't get rattled, Steve, by the comments, man. Bloody hell.
Steve loves it, man. Steve loves it. I see him all over social media, everything now, bruv. It's all mad.
He's on it.
Get a trophy. Do you want me to go and get it? So you can, SAEED.
Where'd you get it from the post office? Yeah.
Come into your house.
You know the post office ones where they give you them souvenir shops and that.
You can have your picture with it. Get all the family lined up and that. We'll have some pictures in Rush Home on the street. Yeah.
Mo back is saying, is Toby ready to eat that Ilkay Gundogan humble pie?
Yeah, fair play, Toby.
Man shakes his head.
I don't understand what that means.
How did you become the enemy?
Like Steve knows my opinions on Gundo. I think he's a good player. I just felt that he's hid a lot in recent seasons.
Yeah, but then what does happen? So what happens when De Bruyne comes back then, Steve? Then you play Gundogan deeper again, then, or?
No, he'll probably drop Bernardo Silva, I think, and De Bruyne will slot in. But listen, De Bruyne's got to get in the team now, and it's a good problem to have, isn't it? If you've got a team playing well, and then De Bruyne's got to get in. So
it's a mad problem. I'm
pretty sure Man City won a title when De Bruyne was injured for most of the season one time. So they don't need De Bruyne. They're showing they're proving it right now. Just to speak on this Liverpool game quickly before we move on, but I think Alisson, like
cold feet.
Bro, it wasn't a 4-1 game. Do you know what I mean? In my opinion, I think Alisson cost them 2 goals. So I know City dominating. They were probably going to win the game just from sheer quality that they were showing. But Alisson was absolutely shocking. That's probably the worst game I've ever seen him have for Liverpool. So I have to give him a mention, unfortunately, because he was just gifting them goals. Like SAEED said, cold feet. It was mad.
Cold feet, man. What's going on, man?
It was mad.
Man, like Jurgen Klopp has gone a mad one.
and also, just to touch on Klopp, what a sore loser, man.
I know, man. I don't like that.
The way that he speaks to the media is a disgrace. The way that he says, man. Are you doing your job? Are you doing your job when you're losing 7-2 to Villa? Do you know what I'm saying?
He's like Matisse, you know.
He needs to pat a little bit because there's some. It's all good when you're winning if you're Jurgen Klopp, but when you're losing, you need to have some sort of class about you, in my opinion. That's what separates the top managers. They are able to analyze and self-critique themselves when they're losing. This brother just wants to start firing shots every single minute and blaming He's moving like Ty from Arsenal, just blaming every single thing, fam. It's going to be the weather, the rain, the wind, whatever. It's nuts.
I accept. A very sore loser. Accept it was cringe. I accept he's a bad loser, but I want you to tell me elite manager that isn't. Name him right now.
No one's that bad though, Grizz.
No. This is. We're in a moment right now. Name me any manager that isn't. Pep's had his moments where he gives the most one answers. That's what to do. But Klopp's got a passionate heart on his sleeve.
But
go on, Tobes. Go on.
But Grizz. With
I
Klopp,
accept it.
With Klopp, it's not just. It's for me. It's not just because Liverpool are playing so bad. That's why he's rattled. It maybe contributes to maybe he's being 30% more rattled than he normally is. But Jurgen Klopp, as nice as he is, he's always had this dickhead side to him. Excuse my French. He has. Like last season in the Champions League when he got dumped up by Atletico Madrid, salty loser, blaming their football, saying, "Oh, that's not the right way to play football."
Every manager has, Tobes. Every manager has. That's generic talk. You're talking generic.
But what I'm saying is this is.
I've accepted that side to him. But I've accepted that side to him. Yeah, but I'm saying I've accepted it. I'm not saying he's an angel.
He has a good side, and he has.
Of course he has. Of course he has. Of course he has. I'm accepting that. I'm saying it's all the bad boy managers have in history. You currently Diego Simeone, my guy's a nasty fucker, but he's elite right now. I think Guardiola. The only ones that haven't is man's like Ole that haven't won enough, or Mikel Arteta, lovely men that haven't won a thing, or even Tuchel. Tuchel has had nasty moments in media.
I felt that.
All the top throughout history. I want you.
Can I just say something, Grizz? Can I say something?
No one's nice and pretty clean. And Klopp is one of them.
Hold on, Grizz.
Well, I can only hold on when I finish, innit? Let me finish. So what I'm saying is Klopp is nasty when he loses. I ain't got a problem with that. He's nasty when he loses. I want my manager to be nasty when he loses. I call that gracious bullshit. Oh man, be nasty when you lose. Be gracious, obviously when you're at the top, and he is. When he's at the top, he's gracious. He don't look down on people.
No, but in that way, though, do you like the way the man was like, you only got 2 questions, mate? You know what I mean? Like, that's just a bit out of order for me, man, Grizz, man. You know what I mean? I feel like there's a good way of saying it can be arrogant.
Listen, you're from a club that was managed by Alex Ferguson, who refused to talk to people, full stop.
Yeah, but he had his reasons, though.
And was ready to take the fines, and so has Klopp.
I think, you know what? I think
it's different, though, man. I don't know, man.
It comes to journalism as well, you know.
I know you don't. That's what I told you.
Sometimes journalists ask some stupid questions and asking. I think what was the first question? Asking him about.
Are you still in the title race when they're 13 points behind? Straight after getting smashed up by Man City 4-1. He's right. Yeah. You've just researched. You've just earned yourself an interview with one of the best managers in the world, and you've been told you got 2 questions, not from Klopp, but everyone. That's how they work.
It's the way he says it. You've got 2 questions. You know,
and you said, and you've got to. But he was rattled. I agree, he was rattled.
Yeah,
I want my manager to be rattled and angry. I don't want him to be all smiley, and say, "Yeah, everything's calm." You know, rare. No, man, we aren't.
This super chat wants us to talk about. He wants us to talk about Arsenal. We're going to move into Arsenal near the end of it. If we can, no. If we can fit it in, because we've still got.
Right, that's what happens all the time, Chris. But let's talk about Arsenal, man.
What do you mean? We're going to move on to the other big one of the weekend right now. You know, so we're moving on to you, SAEED. Yeah, let's move on to you.
Yo, is that you stick it on? Yeah.
What do you mean?
What's there to talk about, man? You know what I mean?
What's there to talk about, bro? What's there to talk about? Budney G, 3-point collectors. We're going on down the road to the next game. No problem.
Some bullshit came out of your mouth.
What it is, man. Yo, listen, man. Everyone knew that was 3 points until Maguire messed it up, man. You know what I'm saying? What can I do, man? You get me? I backed the player, and he's let me down, man. And it's kind of like, you know, for me, I'm starting to question him now as a leader, as a captain for Man United, mate, because you can't be doing that as a captain, man. You know what I mean? I don't know what he's doing. Who's he marking? Who's he trying to get? You know what I mean? What are you doing there, man? On the trying to defend who, man? They got a perfect line.
This again, like I did at the earlier part of the season. Is Maguire good enough to be captain, and is he good enough to start for Manchester United?
No, he's good enough to start because everyone else is rubbish.
I told you this.
Listen, there's no. Listen, who you putting in there? By his injury, hold on. Let me say something to you. By his injury prone, Twanzebe for me, I don't think he's good enough to step up to the level.
I think we know that.
Yeah. Twanzebe for me isn't good enough. Lindelof for me, kamikaze, them two together. The kamikaze. I'm not. Who do else he put in there, man? There's no one else around, so Harry Maguire starts.
You have to go to the window.
Simple
You
as
need
that.
to go to the market, bro. You need to go back
You know
to the
what I
market
mean?
in the summer.
It happens all the time.
Maguire,
It's like you, man. You play Rudiger. When you used to have Rudiger, Zuma, Christensen, you can just keep finding out until the right solution, though.
Thiago Silva is
Thiago Silva's the leader you needed, though.
Yeah,
is that the person you bought?
And this is the level that I'm comparing Harry Maguire to, because he's wearing the armband, right? You need a world-class leading centre-back to be the linchpin of your defense. You can rotate all of these Mickey Mouse dons, Rudiger, Christensen around and whatever. I don't rate these dons.
Yeah,
but you have a main centre back, a leading, and you've praised and rated Maguire.
Phil Jones back. Get Phil Jones back.
I still think it's you mad. About Phil Jones, you know. Listen, man, this ain't no bad around.
SAEED, what do you think about what Luke said? Pogba coming off kills you.
Massively. And I don't know why he never put on like a ball playing midfielder in Donny van der Beek. He would have kept the ball. I love Fred, but when he came on, what?
Donny van der Beek.
You know what Steve thinks about Van der Beek.
Donny van der Beek.
You know, I don't even watch him now. You know what you're doing? You're just putting your bias head on, though.
I watched him, mate.
Don't put your bias head on. No, you have.
You said you'd have Donny van der Beek over Gundogan.
I would still. The
guy can't get off the bench. He can't get off the bench.
It's not my fault. It's not my fault when a manager doesn't rate him. Is it my fault?
Yeah, but a shit manager doesn't rate him. A shit manager doesn't rate him.
It says more about Ollie than it says about Donny van der Beek. Because at the end of the day, I believe Donny van der Beek can play in several positions, but Ollie don't know what he's doing. Ollie's protecting the back four with McTominay and Fred. That's what he's doing.
I think back four. The whole Donny van der Beek signing baffles me because
Donny van der bench.
Who said that?
You can't really talk.
You can't really get gassed up about average players. That's what I'm saying.
It's not average, man. That's what I mean.
Saying I'm not I will talk about football with decent people.
If you watch Donny van der Beek,
telling me that Donny van der Beek's the best player in the league when he couldn't even start in your midfield.
No one said that. No one said. Now you're putting words in my mouth.
All right, let's ask.
Look at the chat. Look at the chat.
Is that me? Talk to me. Hold on. Why are you listening to the chat for?
No, not the chat. I'm gonna ask us six here. Yeah, do you believe Van der Beek is a quality player? Hands up.
Come on, guys. Come on, man.
He's a good player.
He's class, man.
On these days,
okay.
I think he's not. I think he's a good player.
He's not world class.
I don't
no
think
one
he's
said he's world class. I didn't say he's world class.
But I don't know. I think
he's a good player.
I'm going to defend SAEED here. SAEED, give me 30 seconds.
Go on.
I think the conversation has drifted from what the point we were trying to get to or what we were making, because the original chat was Pogba comes off, and he brings on Fred instead of Donny van der Beek.
Yeah,
and that was a negative decision in my opinion, and I think SAEED's trying to explain, share that opinion. Yeah. That was the turning point. Not turning point. One of the turning points, because Donny van der Beek is a far better ball player than Fred. Fred's we had a Lucas. Do you remember Lucas Leiva? Very much like that rat. He gets around players, not very good on the ball. I don't think he's very good at all, to be honest with you. And neither was Lucas Leiva. Donny van der Beek is a footballer. Pogba is a footballer. It may have suited them to bring on Donny van der Beek. But what I wanted to say is, Man United as a whole, we just talked about, I think Matisse touched upon the centre-backs. And you went through the centre-backs. You spent 40 million on Van der Beek when you were crying out for a centre-back. So that's where fundamentally, and that 40 million on Van der Beek is wasted because you don't even use him. So that's where the fundamental problem lays, I think, in my opinion.
Spot on. And that's what the reason was yesterday, you know what I mean, of the game. You know what I mean? I don't know why. Fred, the worst thing about it, Fred didn't even warm up. He just came straight on. Ollie didn't have to think about it twice. He was like, you know what, Fred, get yourself on quickly. You're on, mate. You know what I mean? And inevitably, that decision we're making, man. And obviously, Tuanzebe, you know what I mean, concedes a free kick, and the rest is history. But 2 points dropped. You know what I mean? Massive 2 point drop. But there was a chance for Rashford to kill the game off. We kept attacking. For me, I don't know what Tuanzebe is coming on for. You got Matic on the bench, You put Bruno on the right, put Matic in that hole. When the corner comes in, you got the physical presence, got the experience, man. I'm not going to Solskjaer for put on Tuanzebe, who, listen to me, guys, this guy has been through racial abuse, The guy's head's not even right, And then you go and put him on last 2 minutes to go and say, you know what, go defend out there, mate. For me, it's crazy, man. And I thought to myself, why would you go put him through that again, And in the last 2 minutes, if he makes a mistake, then you do that, man. For me, I thought it was disgraceful. And I thought Matic could have been a better option. But again, man, these decisions, are costing us for what could have been, you know what I mean?
You needed experience in that time. It's stupid.
Yeah, man. It's stupid from Ollie again.
Dumb. It's really tactically.
You know what I mean? And this is
It would have made, to me, it would have made more sense if you brought in Matic for the height and everything.
There you go then.
And just stand in front of the back four. Don't complicate it. Don't make it 5 at the back.
There you go.
Just keep the same back four, but just stand in front of them and fucking head those balls away. Because we know Everton, that's all they were going to do, lump the balls in the air at the end.
Yeah.
But
And that's the problem, man. You know what I mean?
De Gea is the one.
Yeah, De Gea, for me, I don't know, man. You say what you're going to say. Go on.
Ollie messed up by not making sort of like a more like for like sub. Obviously, Paul Pogba was the one that was pulling strings from deep. So the obvious move was to bring on Donny van de Beek. I know what Steve will say about Van de Beek, but Van de Beek is a good player. And if there's one thing that Van de Beek can do, it's retain possession and keep the ball, keep the game ticking. And when they're at
why is he not playing?
Because it's Ollie, man. It's not.
You can't blame the manager. Listen, if the manager signs a player because he thinks he's going to play in the team, why is he not playing? United midfield isn't playing well.
One sec.
Shit, everyone's talking shit about playing. He's not playing for a reason because he's shit.
One sec. Yeah, you keep saying he's not playing because he's shit. Yeah,
He might get your team. He might get your team.
Steve, just 1 second, please. You keep saying, why is he not playing? Paul Pogba has been playing out of his skin for the past 2 months. And Bruno Fernandes keeps scoring and assisting week in, week out. Those are the 2 positions he plays. He either plays behind the striker or he plays a little bit deeper in midfield. So if them 2 are starting week in, week out and playing well, where is he meant to play?
It was a silly signing. It was a silly signing.
It wasn't a silly signing because prior to the summer, Paul Pogba was missing for the whole year, and Paul Pogba regularly gets injured in the season. So Man United needed depth, but the issue is he potentially is a player that's too good to just be chilling on the bench.
Let me ask you a question, Toby. Could Donny do what everything McTominay is doing?
What's that?
Could Donny do what everything McTominay is doing and do better?
Of course.
He could do everything McTominay is doing on the ball, but off the ball, I feel like obviously Ollie wants the grafter and whatnot. But like,
good point,
Toby. Good point, Toby.
But
go back to Steve's point. Steve, the thing is, I hear what you're saying about Ole doesn't pick him. I unfortunately don't think Ole had much say in transfers. He's not a major figure in a club as like a Klopp or a Pep that has major influence over transfers or even final says. I think Ole's part of the system and the routine, and I don't think it's fairly clear to see there were certain players bought that Ole didn't fancy or didn't want. He wanted a right winger, he wanted a centre back, he was given an attacking midfielder. That's my opinion on it.
Yeah, that's why I called it silly, because you're right, Tobes. It is depth, but I think it wasn't a priority. I feel like they probably would have been better off with a Thomas Partey type of signing than a Van de Beek signing, because he's someone
he's going on like he's a world-class player. That's what's been mentioned. So don't get it twisted. People say he's a world-class player.
He hasn't done anything.
Had him over Gundogan, right? Let me speak. He hasn't had him over Gundogan, right? That is why I'm saying don't talk rubbish. And then I'm looking at the United team with McTominay and Fred in there playing regular, and I'm looking at Splinter sat on the bench, and I'm thinking, hold on a minute, if he's that good, why is he not playing it? And then these games where United struggled, if he's that good, why is he not coming off the bench? He's not
what it is, Steve, though.
So this is what I'm saying. So everyone's saying I'm getting rattled and I hate Man United. I don't. I'm just saying, I'm looking at it from the outside in, and I'm thinking, I don't rate him, because I speak to lads in Ajax, who I know personally through the close, and they said to me that Donny van der Beek, when he signed for United, he said to me, he won't get in there every week. He won't get in there. That's their lads who I know. They said that to me, so I kept an eye out on it, and I'm looking, I'm thinking, if you can't dispossess Fred and you can't get past McTominay, are you really that good? And I'm looking at him, and there must be a problem there, because if he's training well and he's doing things in training, he'd play.
Steve, can I ask you a question though? Hold on. A different manager to Ole, who has a bit of a more kind of tactical nous about him, can be very, very, what's it called, adaptable to different systems. Would Donny van der Beek get into that team? Yes or no?
We don't know, but
listen.
He probably will do. He probably will do.
Steve, here's an example. Here's an example. So the season when you lot did the Formidables, that season when you did the Formidables, Leroy Sané weren't really getting minutes in the second half of that campaign of that season. I remember it clearly. It was Raheem Sterling playing on the left-hand side, and Bernardo Silva playing on the right-hand side. You can say it's because of attitude, fair enough.
It was his attitude. It was.
Yeah, you can say that all you want. That's fine. That's cool. It plays a part. But what I'm saying to you is a player like that, you could easily ask the question, how is he on the bench? He's way too good to be on the bench. When in reality, Bernardo Silva was performing out of his skin on the right-hand side, and Raheem Sterling was performing out of his skin on the left-hand side. And I think you saw there yesterday a part of Ollie's sort of game management flaws, because it was so simple what he needed to do. Bring on Matic or bring on Van der Beek to stem the tide. And
that's the main point.
He brought on Fred, who is awful in possession. And he had McTominay on the pitch, who was awful in possession.
Solskjaer must think he's better.
But also,
that doesn't make sense what you're saying. Solskjaer must think he's better. Because
what you say is what that means is if Ole doesn't rate Van der Beek, it doesn't mean Van der Beek's a bad player.
There you go.
Yeah, but Steve, that doesn't mean he's a bad player. That's what we're trying to say. It happens.
A proper manager,
yeah, he's not world class. I didn't know he compared him to Gundogan and all that. I see why you're.
No. I never said that. I said I would rather have Van der Beek than Gundogan. That's all I said.
There you go.
Under a proper manager in Ten Hag, he was a good player, but that Ajax team played in a certain way. It was a system, and he benefited from the system also. So did Tadic, who went from Southampton to Ajax and then started lining up. So did Hakim Ziyech, who's now not been as great as he was at Ajax at Chelsea. When these players come from Ajax, there always seems to be a little bit of an adjustment period, because the way that they play at Ajax is the same throughout the whole youth system, all the way through up, and it's very, it goes through the motions, but there's the phases.
It's structured, in their play. It's layered. It's structured.
It's like a conveyor belt. It's like a conveyor belt. Each pass has a purpose to the next. You can't tell me that Ollie is coaching this team to the level a Ten Hag would coach this team. So it's very hard for me to say that Van der Beek is just not a good player when he's got such an average manager.
Come on, man. Exactly. That's all I wanted to hear. Fair play, Matisse. That's all I wanted to hear.
Playing better football.
Spud him.
Yeah, I'll give you that spud. Yeah, come on.
Saeed, we've got a United fan here, yeah, and he makes a good point, because I'm not too sure either. He said, Steve, Ole doesn't play Gundogan. Would Ole play Gundogan, or you
Probably not, mate? Because he likes the kind of combating midfielders of McTominay and Fred, who will give you everything, who will put these slides and everything. But them little muds on the knee and that, they love them. He loves them kind of plays, bro. And that's the difference, man. All the technical flair plays, we're on the bench someone's size, bro. You know what I mean?
Hey,
that's a problem.
We got another one here saying Van der Beek has always had better offensive stats than McTominay when he played. Ole has an obsession with him and wants him to be the future captain.
Bro. Facts.
There's more to it, man. Obviously, I think Matisse summed it up pretty well in terms of not being able to judge him accurately, but also at the same time, you can't say you'd pick him over Gundogan right now either. That doesn't make any sense too. So I think that all points are pretty much valid. But yeah, is it over then? Is the title race over?
Oh yeah.
I think Everton game out.
Come
and then I'll say it's over.
Come on, lads.
Never over.
Yeah, exactly. They make a song. They made a what's your song again?
We chase Liverpool. With Man City, we fight to the end. Always fight to the end.
Matisse, is it over?
It's over. It's over.
Yeah, that's just humble talk. Steve's doing humble talk. And look, Steve's doing the humble talk.
Everton game. You never know what Everton.
That's fair enough. That's a humble talk. But everyone else around the table knows that the league is over.
Done.
For you, Grizz,
yeah. I'm humble enough to accept.
This season is just mad.
You carry on getting memed.
Man City, Man City have got one.
Grizz.
These men sending shots at each other while talking.
Sorry, man. Let Tob speak, man. Sorry.
No, I was saying, yeah, Man City are clear favorites to win it now, but it's only the start of February as well. Like Steve said on the last show we did on Friday, like there will be bumps on the road for Man City this month. They may drop points here or there.
Tottenham got a chance, man. Tottenham even got a chance in this league.
We've got a hard February. We've got a hard February.
No, we don't have a chance. But what I'm saying is, if there's one thing that this season has taught me, is that like nothing is literally impossible, man. Like you actually never know what could happen. So City are in the ascendancy now, but I don't want to like rubber stamp it that they're going to win this league. But yes,
who would you make their closest challengers overall? Not even now. Don't even look at the table. Just from what you know about football, what makes you think it's not over? Apart from the madness, which team can? Which team? No, forget that. Which team though can rival them
Tottenham
in terms of
this weekend?
Look, what we've seen is no team.
Probably a fifth, so.
I think I'm right in saying no team has put together 4 wins in a row. Man City have just put in 10 wins in a row, 10 league games in a row. No one's putting that kind of run together. I don't know. I mean, people talk about Liverpool. We can't
Is it 10 wins? It can't.
Yeah. 10 wins in a row.
Is it not 8? It's not 8 or 9.
10.
Is it?
One more win, and it's a record, isn't it? One more win.
It's either 9 or 10. It's either 9 or 10, 100%.
That was 10, Steve, no?
Yeah, it's 10.
10, yeah.
Yeah, it was 10. It was 10. But
lock it up.
the next five for City, Tottenham, Everton, Arsenal, West Ham, United. And I think after those 5, it's pretty much done and dusted. And I think it's done.
The derby.
Done.
Listen, I've just got to keep. I mean, when we went for United that year, it was over with 4 games to go. It was over, but we just kept going, and we won it. And then when we chased Liverpool, we had to win all them games on the bounce, and we did. So that gives you belief. Listen, if I'm a United fan now, I'm just going to keep going. They've done all right this season. Look where they are. They're still on the coattails, and I'm looking at the league now, and I think if anyone could come up, I think United will finish second. Me, I just think they keep getting the little results. Yeah, I just think so. I just got a feeling. I just think after what I've seen at weekend, I just think United will finish stronger. And listen, City fans are always the same.
Steve, you know.
And it's a tough February. We've got some tough games. Look at the games. We've got Tottenham, Arsenal, United, West Ham, all coming up. You know, we've got to win them games. We've got to win them.
I'm just letting you mans know early. If Man United finish above us, I'm ill. I'm sick, yeah? I'm not coming on. I'm telling you that now.
You played your wild card already, like SAEED called it. You played your wild card.
Yeah, you played the wild card, haven't you?
There's always 2 wild cards in a season. Remember that.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
You waited till over half the season to use your first. You lose one, mate. Yeah, let's not forget that.
I might wait for when the derby happens and City beat us or something like that. Then I'll use it then.
I'm coming on your channel for the derby. Am I coming on your channel?
We'll see if you're lucky.
He's going to look at the form.
Bring it from Stop Boy. I don't know.
Real Ball Talk in the building says, love G's, the content is fire and the blend of characters is bang on, basically. And people, make sure you subscribe to Real Ball Talk and hit the like button. There's 2,000 people here. Hit the like button, get it up to 1,000. I think we're on like 500, 600. If you're enjoying the content, hit that like button. And also, there's a pinned message. In that pinned message, there's a channel. On that channel this summer, all 6 of us, more content and more people. So make sure you guys subscribe to that channel. And listen, you lot, I'm going to move on to Arsenal because I don't want the chat to think I keep on this leaving us till the end. I don't want to talk. I'll talk about Arsenal enough, and I say the same thing enough. Is there anything new to add to what we've said about Arsenal this season?
You're 11th.
Yeah.
You're 11th.
We've been 15th. We've been 15th.
Bro, KG said it. KG said it perfectly in one of the comments. Leeds won tonight, and they gone above you, and they got a game in hand over you. I just feel like your fan base as a whole got carried away by the wins, and it's Arsenal back, Arsenal this, Arsenal that. My roommate Dan from Touchline, he bet me £50 the other day that Arsenal were going to finish above of Spurs. What? Because you lot beat Newcastle? Because you beat who else did you play? I can't remember who else.
West Brom.
Injury hit Southampton, slapping the second worst side in the league. Now reality's setting as well. Fair enough, you got shagged against Wolves, but then Aston Villa, what was the excuse there? 90 minutes, toe to toe. You couldn't score. You couldn't breach them, bro. You're back where you belong, and you're not.
When are you man gonna be back where you belong?
What's that?
When are you man gonna be back where you belong? Let's not talk about where people belong. Let's not talk about where clubs belong, my guy. Yeah,
yo. But we're better than you right now. I'll tell you that.
You are better than us right now. But in terms of belonging, I think you lot belong in a darker place than Arsenal.
I don't think when you say they're better than you right now, like in terms of points, I think if there was a game,
in last 4 years, I'd say consistently.
Overall, yeah.
In the last 5 games, no.
Yeah, exactly. Because I've been watching Spurs games, and I think Spurs wow, take away Kane, man, you would be around 12th, 13th. You know, so
Trust me, that's true.
It's true. No, it's true. I think.
But how can you take away Kane? He's part of our team.
100%, I agree with that. 100%, you can't take away Kane. But I'm just saying, fine margins.
I don't think it's fine. I don't think it's fine. I think we're clearly going to finish above them this season, as poor as we are. And I think everyone in this forum will agree.
But I think the gap's being reduced.
Even I agree.
Of course, but I think the gap's being reduced. I think the way Toby's coming at Arsenal is not. I don't think he should be singing from the rooftops too much yet, because the decline in Spurs is evident. Whereas I can see the Arsenal rising a little bit. So 15th last time, 11th. Maybe the next time we look to cast Arsenal, you might be 8th. I'm just saying. According to that, you see where I'm going with the graph. You see where I'm going with the graph.
This one team.
So Spurs graph is going down. SAEED knows where I'm coming from. The Spurs graph is going down. Arsenal is going slowly up. You could be roommates like that and like Dan.
Wow. We ain't sharing a room. No.
You know what I want to say about Arsenal? You know what I want to say about Arsenal?
More defeats than wins in the league this season, and you
let me tell you something about this.
No, I just realized Matisse.
Okay. You see the Arsenal Tottenham thing, yeah? When Tottenham had Pochettino, Champions League final, even Ndombele after the new stadium, I thought to myself, listen, Tottenham are moving in a better direction a lot faster than we are moving in or stale at that time. Yeah. Now, if you ask me now with Jose Mourinho, with Harry Kane at 28 years of age, with Son a good few years in where he can turn around and say, I've given you enough years. I honestly think around the corner, there's going to be some movement out that they're not going to be able to cope with. I think they could have managed that better. And I think that's why, like I said to you, Tobes, in the group chat, oh no, it wasn't even the group chat. It was the group chat. The war is coming. Our war is coming because you lot are slowly creeping down. And even if we stay where we are, you lot will eventually, come back down to where you belong.
Let's be real. They are.
You know what?
Kane is 27, by the way. Kane is 27, by the way. But I'm telling you, I actually think there is some validity in what you said. I feel like it's going to be very difficult for us to keep some of our better players in this team if results keep sliding. But I feel like you're underestimating some of the pieces in our team that we can bank on to try and get us at the table. Yes, we have Kane. Yes, we have Son. We have Ndombele. We have Reguilon. We have Lo Celso. We have.
No, stop. That's all you got, man.
That's not.
We have carry on. We have carry on.
We have Højbjerg as well.
Stop listening after Son.
Yeah, you don't have to listen. But what I'm saying,
you're 2 Bayern Munich bids away from relegation, bro.
What are you talking?
That's a relegation.
You spent.
No, but let's be real. You take Son.
You literally spent the whole country's GDP, and you're probably still not going to finish in the top 4. So please don't talk.
We're not going to.
Don't talk over there, bro. Please don't talk.
It's good to
masterclass. I didn't get to talk to you last week. I'm telling you, bro. 2 wins. We're just gonna go quietly. Do you know what I mean? 2 wins on the
say something about Arsenal.
3 wins.
I'm a bit worried for them. I'm a bit worried for Arteta, man. I'm looking at the fixtures right now. They're a bit. Listen, they got Leeds. I think they got Leeds and haven't they? But let me fixtures now.
Yeah, we got Leeds next, and then Benfica away in the Europa League, and then we got Man
City. Then Leicester. Then Leicester away. Then Burnley away. Then Tottenham at home. Then West Ham away. Then Liverpool.
Listen.
You know what? But I think as much as I love Arteta, if them results go a bit off, you know what? There could be serious pressure. And I was a person to back Arteta.
I think he's gone through the pressure. I think he's gone through the pressure part. Yeah.
You know what? I don't know.
I believe he's gone through
Chelsea done. Scary run, that. Scary
run, man. If the way Lampard went and they seen Tuchel's coming, is doing okay. They're probably thinking, right.
This season is the last season that you look at fixtures and try to predict. Stop that. You don't look at fixtures and think,
okay, let me put a question to you then.
Each game as it comes.
Let me. I know, but what in them results, which games do you think Arsenal can win though?
I would hate to predict because I'm bottom of the table.
There you go then.
Ask Steve because he's top of the table. I'm bottom of the table.
Doesn't pressure on Arteta come more from fans' expectation than it does the results?
Oh, come on, but the expectation's got to be higher than 11.
There you go.
But Matisse does it.
I have no idea, because for me, Arsenal minimum have to be a Europa League team. If you don't make that, then that's for me.
You
that's
can
just
say
fine.
that. You can say that, but even if you look at since, let's say, Usmanov and Moshiri's been in charge of Everton and the direction they've been going, and then from Ancelotti taking over and Arteta taking over, if you ask who you'd look at as, you know, more potential, more hope, considering the transfer window Everton had, that's one team in there already that's thrown into the equation. Leicester, another one over the last few years, running the right way. That's why with Arsenal, our problems come from being running the wrong way. It's not on the pitch anymore. It's always on the pitch.
But it's always top to bottom.
But you can't fix it on the pitch anymore without fixing it off the pitch now.
I agree.
You get what I'm saying? So my expectation, look, SAEED read out those games. I'm not an idiot. I can't even tell you which one we're gonna win. You know me for predictions.
I can tell you the one that you should win, though. I feel like KG will disagree with me, but I feel like you should be Leeds at home. I feel like you should be going out to win that game.
We should, but in the big, like Grizz said for this season, yeah, I can see a 3-2 Leeds, I can see a 2-2, I can see a 3-2 Arsenal. That game is literally
it's a madness.
I can't predict that one as well.
Whereas, and that comes from what Arsenal have produced. So my expectation in those games is very little. So if very little comes from it,
yeah, true.
Like it's still it's a difficult one for me. And we've talked about Arsenal enough, man. We're an hour in, and I want to give Matisse his time, man. Arsenal are going to have their time again, I'm sure, and I mean bad as well. Yeah. Matisse, obviously, Tuchel, you missed the last show, new manager bounce and all that.
Yeah, 3 wins in a row now, unbeaten in the last 4. Ticking away nicely. Like we said, we don't want to undermine opposition. This is the same Sheffield United that went to Old Trafford and won. It's not an easy game, but we managed to just get the job done. It wasn't the best of performances. There's definitely things that need to be improved, but I'm not expecting beautiful football from a manager that's really just come in and is now having to pick up the pieces of what Lampard and that team left behind, that coaching staff. So he's working with what he's got, and he's trying to. Again, these are not his players. Whenever a new manager comes in with someone else's squad, I will never make them accountable for that team until they get their own team, which is why I always want a manager to get a full season, get a pre-season, get everything. So for me right now, as long as we're picking up wins, we're doing the business. And I just want us to slowly creep up. I think we're a point behind Liverpool, 5th place now. Slowly creep into that top 4 and get that job done, and then finish in the top 4. That is the goal. That's why he's been brought in. I had to try and trigger Toby by saying Tuchel masterclass against Tottenham, because it was a 1-0 win in it. And when Mourinho wins 1-0 away from home, he gets Mourinho masterclass whether they play well or not. So I said to myself, let me just dress it up for a Thomas the Tank Engine masterclass. But do you know what I mean? I'm looking forward to the rest of the season. Hopefully we can win the FA Cup. We've got Barnsley in midweek and just keep ticking along. I expect us to hit top 4 now, because the way that everyone's playing, we've had our back form now.
You do, yeah. You expect Chelsea to
100% with this team and with this level of manager.
Shouldn't they?
They should.
No, they should. They should be getting top 4 with this squad.
100% they should.
I just don't know. I feel like it's a bit too presumptuous to say that they're gonna finish top 4. I don't think that's set in stone. I don't think that's
set in stone. But from a fan's perspective, what I expect from my club, I expect them to finish top 4.
Okay, have you seen your last 4 fixtures of the season? By the way.
What you're saying, the fixtures in terms of the clubs?
The fixtures that you have, your last 4 fixtures that end.
Yeah, I've seen them, but I just said before I made all of these points. Tell the cast who you're playing. Anybody in this league.
Tell the cast who you're playing. Your last 4 fixtures. Tell the cast who you're playing.
What do you mean the last 4 fixtures? We played
your last 4 Premier League fixtures this season that could potentially decide whether you finish top 4.
Oh, I haven't even seen
them. I got it here.
Everybody can be. I'll
tell you. They're playing Man United. They're playing Man City away. They're playing Arsenal at home. They're playing Leicester at home, and they're playing Aston Villa away. Now, if I had to get all of you lot to put money on this, do you think Chelsea,
I thought it was going to be worse than that? To be fair,
do you think Chelsea get 12 points out of those games?
And in a league, Toby, where anybody can beat, Sheffield United went to Old Trafford and beat Manchester United.
Listen, bro. All I'm saying is, I said you could finish in the top 4. You could finish in the top 4. I'm not disputing that, but I'm just saying, don't be so cocksure that we're definitely going to finish there.
Not a cocky thing.
We can finish there.
It's the standards of Chelsea. I'm holding.
It is the standards of Chelsea, but
that's the standards.
how you got
Standards, you know. Man
I
says
understand what the league
standards.
is, but it's the standards. I'm not
Jeez.
dropping the standards below top 4. I said that from the moment that Lampard was starting to
You
wave
don't have
away.
to, bro. Your team, you don't have to, bro. Your team's been dropping those standards for you.
Not really.
Yes, they
Not
have.
really.
You're
Not
fifth
really.
right now.
Yeah,
You're
but
fifth
we've
right
been in
now.
the top
So
4.
what do you
We've
mean?
been in the Champions League the last few years. It's you, man.
No,
that
I'm
haven't
talking
been
this
in the top
season,
4.
bro. I'm not talking
Last
about
time I checked, it was you, man, that weren't in the
Bro,
top 4.
I'm
this
talking
season.
about
Not
this
my
ever.
team. My team qualified for Champions League. It was your team that did.
Bro, I'm talking about this season, Matisse.
Steve, you ready?
Okay, but this season's not finished, brother. It's not finished.
Yeah, and that's the point I'm trying to
Toby,
make.
I'm only
Go on,
talking.
Steve.
I told you in DMs. I'm only talking to top 5 clubs, Toby.
Oh,
You're 8.
yeah, we're shit.
Oh,
I'm just giving you facts.
you know, Toby, can I just say something? Are you worried that Chelsea will get top 4 ahead of you? Is that what you're worried?
I'm not worried. They should be getting. They should be getting top 4 ahead of us. They should be getting.
No,
top
you
4.
said that. You said that Tottenham should make top 4 this season with the squad that they
I
have.
thought we were gonna. But you should be getting top.
So
4.
should you. So should you. I want to see you.
I disagree, Toby. I disagree. You can't say that.
Why can't I say that?
No. Tobes. You're saying that because you don't like Jose, and I get that. But you should be making top 4.
No,
Should be, man.
I'm not saying we shouldn't be. I'm saying Chelsea should be. He said,
Changes.
Saeed asked, "Oh yeah, like should
Ahead of you.
should Chelsea be finished?" They should be. They spent 250 million, and they have a
Here we
better
go with
squad.
the money again.
It's true. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. For me personally, top 4 is not over for Spurs. I still believe that we can finish top 4.
Man, believe in yourself, man. Come on.
So
I think in terms of where you lot are right now, I'd say Chelsea and Tottenham are. You're right. They've spent a bit more, but you got a couple up both your summer windows, and the fact that you've had your manager for a longer time, because both your summer windows.
our manager's crap, Turkey. Now what?
You can't keep disrespecting like this. Bro.
I don't understand it. Why do people keep saying you've had this manager? He's crap.
I think the turning point. I think Chelsea. You got to give credit to Chelsea to turn around their season. In mid-season, you got to rate Abramovich, and he does shit like this. It's mad. It's not fair. Sometimes other teams think, "Why? How can he do that? How can he just buy his way into anything?" I get that, but it was still a brave, mad call to fuck off Lampard in the middle of the season because he knew Tuchel could rescue that season. And unfortunately, as much as I hate that club, you know what I mean? Matisse knows my views on Chelsea and the way they run. But unfortunately, they will get into the top 4, in my humble opinion. And I don't think Spurs will. And it's that's just my opinion. Hope I'm wrong. I prefer Spurs in there. But, you know, you got to give credit to Roman. He saw, and he saw, and he usually conquers when he wants his way. When the financial fair play is out the window this year, next year as well, I believe, he will carry on dipping into that bank account of his and keep buying success, and eventually it does reap its rewards. And now he's got a half decent coach. We all knew at the start of the season that Chelsea squad should get into the top 4, especially 250 million on top of that squad. But we all knew that Lampard was the problem. Lampard would hold them back. He's dealt with a problem. Roman's dealt with a problem, and he's brought in Tommy Tuchel, who is very capable of getting him into the top 4.
Yeah. The reason why I say I expect is because that's the best Chelsea team, player for player, that we've had since Conte won the title, right? Sarri's team was not this good, and we finished in the top 4. Lampard's team last year was not this good, and we finished in the top 4. And obviously, Conte's second season was an absolute travesty. I think we finished like 10th and won the FA Cup. This Chelsea team, on paper, we were talking about title contenders. I remember us all doing it, me included. So I'm not dropping. I'm holding that. I'm gonna hold the energy where I'm not dropping below top 4. I can't go from a team that we were talking about title contenders.
Let me ask you a question.
To out of the top 4, absolutely not. No chance.
What, Grizz? You know, you said Chelsea should make top 4. So are you conceding top 4? You out of the top 4 then, or?
Was?
Yeah. So you got Man United. Sorry,
investigator.
How you doing the maths, bro?
Saeed's investigating.
How'd you get to that conclusion?
No, because imagine, we'll go by what the season is right now.
What for?
City at top. Man United second.
League titles don't work play like that. Champions League spots don't like that. You don't just say, let's just call it quits in January or February. Let the season finish, If we're out of the top 4, which we won't be, then come shoot at me. Don't shoot at me in February.
No, but
Ain't worth it.
Imagine this.
Right now, it's war pistol fight. It's a war pistol fight.
You know what?
Come at the end of the season.
I don't want to make
Come at the end of the season.
I don't want to make about Liverpool.
Don't let them do that to you.
If they keep
You know
going,
who this is? You know this comment. This guy is definitely
Toby, don't let
a
him do
Jose. He's a Jose sexual for sure. Because
he's got Kante, mate. He's got Kante.
You can't have eyes and be watching what's unfolding at our club and tell me I should be worshipping this manager. It doesn't make sense.
Sorry to cut you off, SAEED, GRIZZ. Continue.
No, I'm done.
You got your arms there, yeah?
He's rattled. I got him.
Damn right, you're done.
No, I've done my business.
He's done what I said he was going to do. He's going to come in there and like he's got a reaction out of the players. He's made the place a fun place to be. So obviously people are starting to produce. It happened with United with Solskjaer. He came in under Mourinho.
No. Big Steve. It's not about fun. It's not a social thing. It's about tactics. Let's be real. He's not.
Listen. I'm going to skip up a Toby here because the way I've seen you going on about tactics, anyone would think it's the second of coming of Pep Guardiola, isn't it?
No, but he's coming there. Are you trying to say tactically Tuchel is not better?
This is what I'm saying. He's come in, but he's freshened the place up a little bit because
it's not about that. No,
it is because under Lampard, it's not about tactics.
There was no tactics.
Stop watching Optastats all your life, mate. Get over it. Just watch the game as it plays. Don't worry about that. Just because you've seen Tuchel with a little ball doesn't mean it's tactics, mate. At the end of the day, he's coming to a club. He's coming to a club that was on his ass, yeah, right? No one was playing for Lampard. He's come in there. They're nice German, all happy and laughing, all under the press, and the players like him. And they're producing. The same happened at United with Solskjaer. Yeah. Let's see how good Tuchel is when they get beat, yeah? But let's see when he gets a bit of a problem, how we can do it. Don't just think he's the second coming.
I didn't say it was the second coming of Pep. I didn't say it was the second coming of Pep. But you're trying to belittle.
He's just been sacked off Paris Saint-Germain.
It's not fun. It's not fun. If you listen to the media briefings,
your players have got smiles on the face.
You've got your inside scoops. Let me give you mine. Any player you talk to in that Chelsea camp are telling you they are better tactically drilled than they have been in months. It's not about fun. It's not hot air balloons and confetti. It's about tactics as well. He has come in there and given that team a tactical drilling that they needed. I didn't say he was Pep, but he's definitely not Lampard, and he's not.
Any new manager changes the tactics to suit his own tactics. He's not going to come in there and play Lampard's tactics, is it? So that's just it. Don't make sense.
We got a comment here. We got a comment here from Reggie, and Reggie says that the new manager bounce is a ridiculous concept. There's no statistical correlation between new managers and temporary success. It's a football myth that gets regurgitated. Everyone agree with that?
I'm not so sure, man. Fat Sam came and stopped Liverpool and then lost the 5 games after that. So it was definitely a new manager thing when he came to Anfield.
What I want to say though about Tuchel though is you know what, man? Gone about 50 minutes, man. 50, 60 minutes. I fell asleep, man. The football, mate. Bloody hell, man. It's like it's not that kind of football. You know what I mean? Like it reminds me of Louis van Gaal, man. It really, really reminds me of Louis van Gaal.
Here we go.
Side to side. Pass, you know what I mean? And I just thought, you know what it is, yeah? It's a new toy right now you've got in the manager. You know what I mean? It's a new thing right now. But when you start dissecting it and it goes into like, you know, say end of March, April time, and you get the odd draws and everyone's like, attack, man, attack. That's what you'll see, man. I know there's no fans in there to say attack, but I just look at it and I feel like, you know, you didn't really create that much chances, did you, in the second half? And I thought, it's very, very like, and I know, no, don't get me wrong, you have to bed in the system, whatever. But it's just for me, it's just too much. Like
I'm a Tuchel, not a fan, but I think he's a very good coach. What I will say in sort of to counter Matisse's positivity, because that's what we're here to do, right? We're here to balance shit up, right? Yeah. We'll say they have had a good run of fixtures for him to come into. Yeah, it's a very nice set of fixtures he's had, but I think he's a good coach. Overall, I think he's going to get into the top 4. But let's see when he comes up against better managers, because we know Lampard flopped every time he came up against a big 6 club or top manager. Let's see what Tuchel brings to the table.
I think this comment is pretty much what I was going to say on it. And Dave says that Matisse, we said the same thing when Arteta came in. Let's wait and see how Tuchel handles it when he's on the press.
100%. I know he's going to go through rough patches.
But you have been gassing him up though, Matisse.
I know he's going to go through poor form. But what I'm trying to say is when you're comparing a manager with experience with Mainz and Dortmund and PSG to the likes of Solskjaer, it's a bit disrespectful. That's
Who's
compared
him
though?
Who's to compare? I never compared him.
That was the comparison, Steve. You said
no, it wasn't. No, it wasn't, because you ran off on your little tactical rant again. You didn't listen to what I was saying. I'm saying when a new manager comes in, it gives the place a lift just by his energy, not the tactical now. I'm not comparing Tuchel to Solskjaer's tactics. I'm not, because there's two different managers. Tuchel's a better manager than Solskjaer. What I'm saying is, sometimes when a new manager comes in, he doesn't have to get it right straight away, but his actual presence can give the teams a lift. That's what I'm saying. Everyone's diving on it like I'm comparing Solskjaer to Tuchel. I'm not doing that. I'm just saying a new manager's come in and he's obviously brightened the place up with his different ideas, and people are thinking, you know what, it's a better place to be. So you get a reaction out of your players when it becomes a better place to work. And Solskjaer did it at United. The United team, not tactically, but overall, was a better place. You've seen them smiling in training, they were getting results, and that's what I'm saying. It just, at the minute, it's new, and everything's new, and the players are liking the change of ideas, and they're performing for the manager. But let's see how it goes on. When it becomes, maybe he's losing in a game or he goes on a bad run, let's see how Tuchel copes then. That is all I'm saying. I'm not comparing the two managers, because
fair enough.
Yeah, fair enough. And remember, people, we got to do the top four. So I'm going to go around real soon and say a top four prediction for the season. TOBS, that it's either we move on to top four, we talk about your club. What are we doing?
Let's move on to top four, man.
Yeah, perfect. That's how I like
boring
it.
football, yeah.
So where we start? I'm gonna start. And I'm gonna say, you know what? At the beginning of the season, I know I said Liverpool will win the league, and I said Chelsea will finish second. I know that's changed now, so I'm saying City for the league. I'm saying Chelsea to finish second, Liverpool to finish third, United to finish fourth.
Yeah.
Chelsea second.
Yeah, Chelsea second.
Chelsea. Okay, fair enough. Yeah. That means we'll have to concede 6 points. Yeah. Okay. Who's next?
What's that? A madness? That's not a madness.
Yeah, but I don't know.
We've actually got Man United in a few weeks.
It's his opinion, man. It's his opinion, isn't it? Why are you doubting his opinion?
No. I'm just trying to think,
Yeah, don't think.
This is Chelsea, man. Chelsea.
Sorry.
That club from 2004, man. I can't go down to them.
Turkish, when are you going to learn to stop putting this current version of Chelsea above Liverpool? As bad as Liverpool have been, when are we going to learn this lesson?
To be honest, this new manager bounce that they do have, in my opinion, like Steve said, the aura around the club seems to be a lot better. And when you create that aura, at least the players are comfortable. When the players are comfortable and you got quality, it's going to show. In the end, tactic matters. But I don't think this season we're going to analyze Tuchel tactically. I think that comes next season. So I think, 15 games left? I think he's more than capable of getting 10 wins out of the next 15, and the rest,
We'll see.
Lost, it's going to be a tight one.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Go on. Who's next?
Steve.
I think City win the league, United will finish second, Liverpool third, and Chelsea fourth.
Everyone's taking Leicester out.
SAEED.
Yeah, I think Leicester got too many injuries, man. I'm gonna go with. Oh man, it kills me. I'd be deluded to do that, man. Yeah, City 1, United 2. I'm gonna go with third. I think the Liverpool, the defenders will kill them. I just feel like Chelsea, new manager bounce, will just end of the line third, and I think Liverpool will snatch the fourth position.
Snatch it, GRIZZ.
Yeah, man.
I think City will walk this league. I think we'll finish second. I think United. Will.
Sorry, GRIZZ. Sorry. No, nothing. I'm just laughing at something else.
Okay, so I think United will finish third, and I think Chelsea will finish fourth. But I'm very interested to hear your opinions on Liverpool. I like that. This gives me it motivates me to motivate Liverpool to finish second, because we finished behind Chelsea and United after the smoke I've been giving to them. Boy, I'm ill. I told you, I'm ill.
We'll find you. TOBS.
Third and fourth, I can't predict, but I know first and second, Man City.
I see you doing maths in the background, bro. You need to just do this.
Man City will finish first, and Liverpool will finish second. Liverpool are going to finish above Man United. Liverpool are going to finish above Chelsea. And Third and fourth. Third and fourth. I actually don't know, man.
Put
Can I
Tottenham in
please
there, man? Go on, put Tottenham in there.
I don't know if we're going to finish there. I don't know if we're going to finish there. I genuinely can't call third and fourth. I can't say any prediction with my chest because I won't believe it. I genuinely can't call it. All I know is that the top two are going to be Man City and Liverpool. That's all I know.
I'll just say something though.
I can't, man. I actually can't.
What kind of?
I can't even back
You've had 10 days to think of this.
You have to do. You have to say it.
But Turkish, that's the point I'm trying to make. I can't. I'm not confident.
We heard the context behind it. You're right. It's true. It's too hard to call. But come on, man. You're a man. Say something.
You got
to put something. Put something on the table.
You know what? Man United third, Spurs fourth.
What are you doing to yourself, my guy? What are you doing?
You forced me to say something.
I forced you to say that, bro.
Let me hear that again. Sorry.
Cool.
Let me hear that again, Toby.
So I said Man City, Liverpool, Man United, Spurs.
Jeez, madness.
By force, Matisse.
I'm gonna go City, Chelsea, Liverpool, United. I think the only reason why I have Liverpool
that's same as mine then.
Yeah, the only reason why I have Liverpool below us is the depth and the fact that their centre backs is mad right now. But that can obviously change. But when all the competition, when Champions League comes back as well, this thin Liverpool squad is going to be tested even more. And United, I have fallen off because of Oli, and I still have to say, out of all the top managers in the league, I think he'll just bottle it for them a bit.
Yeah, well, listen, I forgot who sent that super chat in, but it was about 10 days ago. There's your answers there. I know it took a little while, but we got there in the end. And there's no predictions for this week. It's FA Cup week, so I will show you guys the prediction league. Before I do, there's 2,200 people here watching. Make sure you guys.
Where's my Wi-Fi? Where's my Wi-Fi? It needs to cut out right now.
Stay right there, Grizz. Stay right there, Grizz.
It needs to cut out.
But people, make sure you guys hit the like button. Get it up to 1,000 real quick. 1,000 real quick. And yeah, we'll be back Friday, 10 p.m. Remember that. And let's see what this league table's saying.
Yeah.
It's a sticky one still.
Sticky one, man. Looking like a mid-table battle here.
I'm coming for Steve, man. Slowly but surely, man. I'll be there real soon. Saeed's just in the way right now.
Aye, come on, man. Trying to get that Steve, man.
I've got my eyes on top three.
Steve must have put in a little cheeky sub to Turkish. Still, I see.
Not even, but people, I'm gonna update the Twitter accounts and the Instagram account. So make sure you guys follow that at the Big Six Show on Instagram and Twitter. And like I said, there's a pinned message. Go up there. It's the Big Six channel. We're gonna move on to there from the summer and yeah, get some content going on there from all six of us and more fans from the Big Six clubs. And who knows, there might be some of the contenders in there too with the Leicesters and Evertons of the world. But people, make sure you guys hit the like button. I'm going to go around quickly for socials as usual, 2,200 people. Steve?
Big Steve MCFC on Instagram and Twitter, and Terry's Cult for the club.
Come on. Saeed?
Yeah, man. United Central on YouTube, man. Come find me on there. You get me? Also, go check me out on Instagram. I'm close to 10K. Saeed_realist, man. So go check me there, man.
Come on, get him to 10K tonight, man. 35 minutes left of this day. Well, in the UK anyway. I don't know where you're tuning in from. Go follow Saeed on Instagram. It's in the description below as well. Matisse.
Yeah, man. MAH on YouTube. Couple hundred from 10K. We've got Raphael Hoyenstein on Friday. Come into the show. We had Julian Lawrence. So come and see the show, man. We got some serious people coming on at the moment.
Trust me. Nearly on 10K there as well. Make that happen in the next 35 people. TOBS, what's yours? Tap in TOBS.
Tap in TOBS on all socials, man. Yeah. Help my mini YouTube channel grow, please. Help my Instagram grow, please. And help my Twitter grow, please, as well. Very easy to find and very easy to listen to as well.
Trust me. Like I said, winter is coming, TOBS. Don't worry about that. It's coming real soon. Grizz, what's yours?
GRIZZ Khan on Twitter and LFC Day Trippers on the YouTube thing. Yeah, that's it, bro.
Come on, people. I see people saying I missed a super chat from Reggie. I tried to scroll up and find it. I can't find it, people. Obviously, on StreamYard, you miss it, you lose it sometimes. But sorry about that, Reggie. Big up everyone that tuned in. Big up everyone that's supporting the thing. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.
Before we go, we're having a team spud.
Yeah, go on, man.
SAEED. Come on, SAEED.
Come on, man.
Spud
Spud
it,
G.
right.
Come on. Never again. Never again am I spudding online, mate. Never again.
Never again.